Today I have the pleasure of speaking with Ron Tremblay. He is the CEO, President, and Director for Levon Resources. How are you today, Ron?
Yeah, very good, Tracy. How are you?
I'm good. Ron, I understand that you have one of the largest silver resources in the world, bar none, with the Cordero project in Mexico. Could you give the InvestorIntel audience a proper introduction to who you are?
Sure. Levon has been exploring the Cordero project for about 5 years. We've taken it from zero resource to we're pushing 700 million tons of indicated and inferred resource right now. And we expect with the new drilling that we've just done, we'll take that substantially higher, perhaps pushing a billion tons. So that's what we're working on. It's a silver, gold, lead, zinc polymetallic system in a very good area just east of the Sierras in a good mining area called Hidalgo del Parral in southern Chihuahua state. We're only 10 kilometers off the main highway, so we have very good access, good water, power access, and it's got excellent infrastructure to put a mine into production.
Okay, so again, for all of our audience that's new to Levon Resources, this is a huge polymetallic play, and I'm sure you heard the word zinc in there. All right, is it true? I've got 6.1 billion pounds of zinc potentially. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's the indicated resource. And that was before the latest drilling. So our engineers have told us that we could increase our resource by as much as 30% with the latest drilling. So we'll see what that does.
Most of our analysts are following zinc aggressively, everything from fuel cells to various clean tech applications. You're in a high demand metal here, not to mention silver, of course. You are very bullish on silver, is that correct?
Yeah, I am. I think silver's almost, I think all the metals are about to start turning the corner, especially the precious metals and zinc. Our resource is easily accessible, and it's extremely large and very attractive to a major mining company.
Something that I found out in doing some due diligence about Levon is that your original resource was calculated using the NSR rate or equivalent. Is that correct? And can you explain that to me and the audience a little bit more about how this is actually a conservative resource estimate?
Yeah, we try to be very conservative in everything we do. We think that's important, not to overstate anything. Make sure that we have nothing but upside from there. So when the resource was calculated, what the engineers did was they used a very conservative 70% recovery, and we believe now from our new metallurgy that we're going to have much higher recoveries. But on top of that, they took off all the costs when they calculated the net value at the end of the day. So they took off the mining costs and the net smelter return and all the taxes and everything involved. So the numbers they used were the numbers that you would receive at the end of the day after mining it in a very conservative fashion. So we believe now that we're going to be able to improve on that quite dramatically.
Okay, and speaking of improving on that quite dramatically, I mean, we have some really large numbers here. I just want to reiterate. Cordero containing 364 million ounces of silver indicated plus 91 million ounces of silver inferred. What should we expect next, Ron? What are you planning for the next 12 months and benchmarks for your shareholders?
Well, I'm hoping that we're looking at somewhere pushing a billion tons of an ounce silver equivalent or better. I think we'll have a starter pit with several 100 million tons of even much higher grade. So, we don't know, but certainly that's what we're anticipating. We'll see what it does when we actually do get the resource. Independent Mining Consultants has all the information right now, and they're calculating everything as we speak. So, one of the important things that we hadn't done in the past because we didn't have all the information yet from the latest drilling and from our previous drilling is we're now calculating the specific gravity of the resource. So different parts of the resource have different specific gravity. In other words, if it's got more metal contained in one area, then a ton of material is going to be a much smaller volume than a ton that has less metal in it. So it's going to change the tonnage as well, probably to the positive. So,
well, thank you so much for joining us today, Ron.
Thank you very much, Tracy. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us.